Hello everyone. This is my 7th lecture on real analysis, semester 2. In the previous lecture, I have discussed the De Morgan's and Bertrand's test. In this lecture, I will discuss Gauss ratio test. So the statement for Gauss ratio test is, if summation un be a series of positive terms and if un by un plus 1 can be expressed in the form un by un plus 1 is equal to alpha plus beta by n plus mu n by n to the power lambda, where alpha and beta are constants, lambda is greater than 1 and mu n is finite for all values of n. Then the series summation un is convergent if alpha is greater than 1 and divergent if alpha is less than 1. And if alpha is equal to 1, then the series is convergent if beta is greater than 1 and divergent if beta is less equal to 1. So now come to the proof. Here un by un plus 1 is equal to alpha plus beta by n plus mu n by n to the power lambda. So if we find limit n tending to infinity un by un plus 1, this is equal to limit n tending to infinity alpha plus beta by n plus mu n by n to the power lambda. So after simplifying the limit, we are left with alpha on the right hand side. So by D'Alembert test, summation mu n is convergent if alpha is greater than 1 and divergent if alpha is less than 1. And if alpha is less equal to 1, then D'Alembert test fails. So we will apply Rabi's test. So un by un plus 1 is alpha plus beta by n plus mu n by n to the power lambda. So un by un plus 1 minus 1 is equal to alpha plus beta by n plus mu n by n to the power lambda minus 1. Since in this case alpha is equal to 1, so substituting alpha equal to 1, we will get un by un plus 1 minus 1 is equal to beta by n plus mu n by n to the power lambda. This will be n to the power lambda, not lambda to the power lambda. So multiplying both sides by n, we will get n un by un plus 1 minus 1 is equal to n bracket beta by n plus mu n by n to the power lambda. This is equal to beta plus mu n by n to the power lambda minus 1. Now applying limit as n tending to infinity both sides, limit n tending to infinity n into un by un plus 1 minus 1 bracket close is equal to limit n tending to infinity beta plus mu n by n to the power lambda minus 1. So we will get beta on the right hand side, and hence by Rabi's test, summation un is convergent if beta is greater than 1 and divergent if beta is less than 1. And if beta is equal to 1, then Rabi's test fails. So we will apply De Morgan's and Bertrand's test. So here we have n into un by un plus 1 minus 1 is equal to beta plus mu n by n to the power lambda minus 1. From here we will get this step. So we will set in the form of De Morgan's and Bertrand's test. So subtracting minus 1 both sides, we will get n un by un plus 1 minus 1 bracket close minus 1 is equal to 1 plus mu n by n to the power lambda minus 1 minus 1. Since in this case beta is equal to 1, we have put beta in the place of beta 1. So further taking log n both sides, we will get curly bracket n small bracket un by un plus 1 minus 1 bracket close log n is equal to mu n by n to the power lambda minus 2 into log n by n. We have adjust 1 by n here. So n to the power lambda minus 1 becomes n to the power lambda minus 2 into n. So now taking limit n tending to infinity, both sides, in the right hand side we will get limit n tending to infinity mu n by n to the power lambda minus 2 into log n by n, which is equal to 0, as limit n tending to infinity log n by n is equal to 0, and this is 0 is less than 1. So by De Morgan's and Bertrand's test, summation un is divergent when beta is equal to 1. Therefore, the given series summation un is convergent if alpha is greater than 1 and divergent if alpha is less than 1. And if alpha is equal to 1, summation un is convergent if beta is greater than 1 and divergent if beta is less equal to 1. Now come to an application of Gauss ratio test. That means we will discuss an example. So the question is, apply Gauss test for checking the convergency of the series 1 square by 2 square plus 1 square into 3 square by 2 square into 4 square plus 1 square into 3 square into 5 square divided by 2 square into 4 square plus 6 square plus so on to infinity. This question is also solved by De Morgan's and Bertrand's test. Now we will apply Gauss test for solving this question. So here un is 1 square into 3 square into 5 square dot 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 up to 2n minus 1 whole square divided by 2 square into 4 square into 6 square dot 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 2n whole square. So replacing n by n plus 1 in the above expression, we will get un plus 1 is 1 square into 3 square into 5 square into 2n minus 1 whole square into 2n plus 1 whole square divided by 2 square into 4 square into 6 square dot 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 2n square into 2n plus 2 whole square. So dividing this to un by un plus 1, we will get, after simplifying, you will check that we are left with 2n plus 2 whole square divided by 2n plus 1 whole square. You have to show the process here. Don't write directly this step. Just put the value of un by un plus 1 and cancel out the terms which are common, and then show that you are left with 2n plus 2 whole square by 2n plus 1 whole square. So taking n square common from numerator and denominator, we will get n square 2 plus 2 by n whole square divided by n square 2 plus 1 by n whole square. Now we want to apply Gauss ratio test here. So again we will take 2 common also from the numerator and denominator. So taking 2 common, we will get 2 into 1 plus 1 by n whole square divided by 2 into 1 plus 1 by 2n ka whole square. So this further can be written as 1 plus 1 by n whole square into 1 plus 1 by 2n power minus 2. So applying a plus b whole square in the first term, we will get 1 plus 2 by n plus 1 by n square. That means a square plus 2ab plus b square. And for this term, we will use this expansion 1 plus x whole power minus 2 is equal to 1 minus 2x plus 3x square minus 4x cube and so on. So applying this expression, 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power minus 2 becomes 1 minus 1 by n plus 3 by 4 n square minus dot 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 and so on. So we have to open the bracket and simplify the right hand side. So un by un plus 1 can be written as 1 minus 1 by n plus 3 by 4 n square. Just multiply 1 with these 3 terms. We will get 1 minus 1 by n plus 3 by 4 n square. Then multiplying these 3 terms by 2 by n, we will get 2 by n minus 2 by n square plus 6 by 4 n cube, and then multiplying 1 by n square to these three terms, we will get 1 plus 1 by n square minus 1 by n cube plus 3 by 4 n to the power 4 plus dot 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 and so on. Arranging the terms, constant terms and the terms containing 1 by n, then the terms containing 1 by n square and so on, we will get this step: 1 plus 2 by n minus 1 by n plus 1 by n square common, 3 by 4 minus 2 plus 1 plus 6 by 4n minus 1 by n and so on. We will get 1 plus 1 by n plus 1 by n square minus 1 by 4 plus 2 by n plus so on. This further can be written as 1 plus 1 by n plus O bracket 1 by n square. Here O bracket 1 by n square stands for the terms of order 2 or more in 1 by n. Means rest all terms are taken as function O bracket 1 by n square. Now we get the form of Gauss ratio test. So comparing the above relation with alpha plus beta by n plus mu n by n to the power lambda, we see that alpha is equal to 1 and beta is equal to 1. So by Gauss test, the given series is divergent. So practice more questions on Gauss ratio test, and theorem is also important. State and proof. Statement is important. Statement plus proof is important. So practice this theorem. In the next lecture, I will discuss Cauchy's integral test.